What's up?
Hello.
This is Landon and Dad here at Tier Bonita Park, and I figured it's a really nice day today in Lancaster, so we'd come out here and do the podcast, an episode out here. Yeah. So, how's your day going so far?
My day is going really good. Thanks. How about you?
Fantastic.
That's good.
So how'd the game go earlier? I was there, but I'd like for you to say.
My game went really
Yeah, your
good in
game.
my opinion. Yeah, my game went really good in my opinion.
Uh
We scored a lot of points. We went out there with sort of like an aggression,
Mhm.
if you know what I mean. Like
Yeah.
not like angry, but
Yeah.
yeah.
No, I understand.
And we went out there with energy, and we dominated. There was a point in time where they caught up and then started beating us, but then we just came back and then started winning again.
Nice. That's cool. Good job, man. What was the
Thank
final score?
Um, I don't know.
You didn't catch it? It was 37-33, and you guys are up.
Yeah, it was 37-33.
Yeah, it was cool, man. I saw you out there roughing those little dudes around, man. It was cool. You know what? My favorite part of the game today was you ripping the ball from the dude and doing the hook shot.
Oh,
That hook shot it was
yeah.
toward the end. Let me tell you
Thanks.
something, man. Papa, my dad loved
Mhm.
hook shots.
Really?
Yeah, he would have loved seeing that.
Yeah.
That was a clean move.
Thanks.
Yeah, that was cool. Sorry if the camera is shaky a little bit, cause we're out here in the wind right now doing this.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so it was a good game. It got real intense for a minute there, especially when they were up by one.
Yeah.
I was like, oh no, but of course y'all brought it in and got that win, man, and that was good.
Thank you. Thank you.
The coach on the other side, I can tell he was a little bit frustrated with his team.
He was really upset on the sideline, yelling at them the whole time.
Yeah, and they still lost.
And then after the game, he came to me trying to get me to join his team.
Well, he's a smart coach. He saw talent. He's like, trying to recruit. What do you think about that? I mean, once this is up, if you can't go any further with the coach you have, because the age limit, I guess we are gonna have to find you someone else, huh?
I like my coach now. He raises his voice if he needs to. He coaches us really good. So like that's how we've been winning for a while now. And he doesn't feel the need to yell or swear at us or like say negative things about our playing.
Yeah.
He'll just tell us what we need to do to improve.
And that's good, and that just shows you that you can win games without having people insult you along the way. Not saying that coaches who yell are insulting all the time. But there's a difference between yelling to inspire and yelling to ridicule. So
Yeah.
not all yelling's bad, but just the type of yelling.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, good job today, man. And
Thank
you swatting that ball out of the sky and just your overall aggression. And I saw the ref. I like these refs too because they try to help you guys along the way. But I saw him like kind of giving you pointers on how to grab the ball.
Yeah.
What did he tell you?
Okay, so when I
Make sure your mic.
Okay, when I was trying to get the ball or like rip it out of the other person's hands, I'd go like this and then I'd swing them, which would kind of like make them fly.
Yeah.
And so he came up to me. He was like, "Okay, so when you're trying to take the ball from somebody's hands, you can pull it out straight or forward or back, but don't swing because you're gonna hurt somebody." So I was like, "Oh, okay, thanks."
Okay, that's solid advice. That makes sense.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. So, I guess what I want to talk about today is just all your feelings about Papa and how much we miss him and stuff, and how you doing now. He passed away last May 6th, coming up on a year that he's been gone, and I just wanted to get your thoughts on how you're feeling nowadays toward that.
It's still hard to think about when I talk about it, but I'm doing better than I was before. Like before, I just was like really upset, and I'd have days where I'd be upset, and I don't know why. Well, um, I kind of had uh, what is it, like a thought? I thought I had
Yeah.
thought of what I could be mad about, and it was a very very upsetting time, because he was like the closest person to me. It was yeah he was yeah yeah it was him, and then like my dad, and he was a really good guy. He helped a lot of people in his preaching journey and saved a lot of people. Um, so it was upset when he went, but I just I just was like a little. I was upset a lot, but in my heart I had a little bit of happiness because he would walk around with this cane and he'd be hurt, like his back would hurt, and he'd just lay
Yeah.
down all day. And so now it's like, oh yeah, he's in a much better place. He's not hurting anymore. He's feeling good, and he's doing lots better. That's why it it's still upsetting to think about, but it makes me feel a little bit better to know that. So yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point, man.
Thanks.
And that's what helps me too, as well. To know that he's not struggling, suffering anymore.
Mhm.
And yeah, for the last few years of his life, he was hunched over, walking, and he was just in a lot of pain. And for someone who's done so much for other people, he didn't deserve that type of pain.
Nah.
So I am also thankful that it's bitter. It's a bittersweet thing. I'm thankful that he is resting because he's been through a lot, even before he became a Christian. He's been through a whole lot,
Mhm.
and I'm glad he's finally able to just be at peace finally and not be down here with us all this nonsense and madness.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm happy about that. And yeah, and then we just pass on everything he gave to us, everything he told us, passed on to others to help other people. So
Yeah. And another thing that I really loved about my papa was that he gave us tons of advice to help us go along in our life because he's lived much longer than us. So he knows kind of like he knows things that we're not going to know until like we get older, like his age.
yeah,
And so he'd give us pointers and tips and stuff and just let us know, like, don't do this because that could end out bad, or do this, and etc. But, so yeah, he was a really good guy, and so I appreciate that. And a lot of times, like the day that he passed, I was really upset, and I was kind of like blaming God. I was like why would you do this, and why did you have to take him? But then I think about it, and I'm like, if it didn't happen for no reason, like God had a purpose for doing that, and I don't know what that is, and I'll most likely never know what that is, but it just, like I said earlier, it just gives me peace of mind to know that he's somewhere better, and we might be hurting, but he's not, so that's what matters.
that's a good insight to have, man.
Thanks.
And yeah, he sometimes we're not going to know why God does things, but I do think that because we all do eventually pass away, I sometimes I think, well, am I upset because he passed, or am I upset because he passed this soon?
Mhm.
Would I still be this upset if he was 95, 100?
No.
I don't know. Like, okay, God, I'm okay with you letting him die now,
Yeah.
but then that puts me in the driver's seat, but I'm not the driver. So I don't know. It's a weird feeling, but I do understand. I do understand that I really don't understand. But yeah, but yeah, thank you for that. That's great to hear
Welcome.
that you're doing okay, as okay as you could be. Cool. Well, I think maybe we should just cut it off here. What do you think? We're at 10 minutes now. Unless you have something else you want to talk about.
Not really.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
thank you all for listening and watching.
Yeah. Thanks for joining.
All right, and we'll catch you guys next time.
Boop.